Every day is a chance to rise from your struggles and rewrite your story. The pain you feel is not a sign of weakness, it's a testament to your strength. Stand tall against the storms of life because each gust only makes you more resilient. Remember, the greatest victories come from the hardest battles, and your time to shine is just ahead.
If everyone is against me, everyone will lose.
The most dangerous man in the room is never, ever, ever the loudest man in the room.
The best woman in the world. My life journey started with her. My first room, my mom's womb. My first restaurant, my mom's breast. My first toilet, my mom's lap. My first school, my mom's kitchen. My first teacher, my mom. My first doctor, my mom. My first thermometer, my mom's fingers. My first friend was my mom. My first dresser, my mom. My first vehicle, my mom's back. God bless all mothers. If you love your mother, kindly share this video with all mothers you know.
You're gonna lose a lot of friends when you get serious about your life goals. That's why a Bugatti has 2 seats and a bus has 30.
This question is deep, but tell me, if you turned your phone off and didn't contact anybody for a week, who would be looking for you?
You have to change your mindset. You have to change your routine. You have to cut people out of your life that are dragging you down with them. You have to find that motivation deep down in you and spark that fuse. You have to push harder.
Be careful when you decide to hurt someone, because some people pray to God, and when they cry, God counts every single drop of tear that has fallen from their eyes. Because Romans 12 verses 19 says, "Don't take revenge. Leave it for me, and I will treat them as they treated you."
When good people are hurt, they don't scream. They archive. They walk away quietly, never to turn back. They continue to be good, but without trust. And that's when they're done with you. They won't trust you. And then they turn in on themselves to show that they're stronger and smarter than you think. Silent strength speaks volumes. It's a painful truth, but sometimes the scars left by wounds are too deep to ignore. But good people, those with noble hearts and kindness in their hearts, can endure a lot of pain. They can be incredibly patient and resilient. But there is a breaking point, a moment when they decide to end the suffering and preserve their own well-being. When good people quickly walk away, it doesn't mean they don't feel something. On the contrary, they carry within them the after effects of betrayal or disappointment. They might have wept silently, try to understand why things turn out this way, but they are marking a conscious decision. They will no longer allow those who hurt them to continue to have power over them. If you've watched this video this far, drop a 100 in the comments to show you're a part of the 1% who finish what they start.
When God wants to make a man powerful, He always shreds him into pieces first. Never forget it's a process with God. Without pain, there would be no growth. So accept the pain. Embrace the pain. Because God is there to ask you, do you really want to achieve your goals? And when you start walking with God, people will stop walking with you. Not because they don't like you, but because you're about to sacrifice things they're not willing to sacrifice. And when God takes you to deep waters, not everyone will be able to swim with you. However, do not confuse movement with progress, because you can run in place but not get anything done. I want you to take a moment and think. Are you moving forward? Who are you taking with? And how are you making things better by God's given power?
There is no one like you. There has never been anyone like you. There shall never be anyone like you. Therefore, know yourself. Be yourself. Authenticity is everything.
Whatever you do in life, just make sure at the end of the day that you're happy. Life is too short for stress and unhappiness.
A man who stands alone is a very dangerous man. You'll never see his scars, but they're there, buried deep from battles he's fought in silence. He's faced his demons alone and won. And that makes him more dangerous than you can imagine. Still waters run deep. Don't mistake his silence for weakness. This man doesn't need a crowd. He doesn't need validation. He's built himself from the ground up, brick by brick. If you're lucky enough to be led into his circle, understand what that means. You've been chosen, not by chance, but because he saw something real in you. Beware the fury of a patient man. This is no ordinary person. He's been broken before, and instead of shattering, he rebuilt himself stronger. So, if you're in his life, understand this. You're either in or you're out. And if you ever make the mistake of crossing him, know that his silence isn't surrender. It's a warning.
Remember this. When the devil keeps asking you to look in the past, there is something in future he doesn't want you to see.
Always remember this. Don't break a bird's wings and then tell it to fly. Don't break a heart and then tell it to love. Don't break a soul and then tell it to be happy. Don't see the worst in a person and expect them to see the best in you. Don't judge people and expect them to stand by your side. Don't play with fire and expect to stay perfectly safe. Life is about giving and taking. You cannot expect to give bad and receive good. You cannot expect to give good and receive bad. You cannot expect to give hate and receive love. So if you're willing to see positive change in your life, you must be willing to be that change itself. Remember, what you give, you also get in return. When you realize the enormous power in the act of giving, the blessings will begin to open up and overwhelm you. Don't try to keep everything for yourself. You only block your blessings when you do. When sadness surrounds you, take a pause to think life is an echo. What you give is what you get. If you watch this far, drop a 100 in the comments. Then hit the follow button, because this account was for you.
The only person that deserves a special place in your heart is the one who never makes you feel like you're an option.
Do you know why wise people always say to live life like a wolf? First, wolves never perform in a circus. Unlike other animals, wolves don't mate with their mothers or sisters. There is a special wolf that is called the righteous son, because it is the only animal that honors its parents when they reach old age and can't keep up with the pack for hunting. The parents remain in the den, while the younger wolves hunt for them and bring them food. As humans, we have a lot to learn from wolves. So if you aren't following, then you'll probably never see us again. If you are, congrats. You're growing every day.